Let's take you there. Of course, this is the 10-year anniversary of September 11th. And Fireman Ed fired up the flag on the field there, along with President George Bush, involved in the coin flip. And the Orion family. What a coaching trio that is right there. Rex, Rob, and Buddy. And Tony Romo back from that broken collarbone. And it's nice when you have Des Bryant.
Yeah, he can do something after the catch. He's a big, strong, fast guy with some balance.
We know this was going to be great matchups on the outside. I love the scheme. Both teams had trouble with going against the blitz. Back shoulder fade right here. One of the toughest routes to cover in the game today. And Tony Romo and Des Bryant, they do it to perfection.
And Michael, he just took that ball away from Antonio Cromartie.
He's a big, strong guy. When he gets his hand on that ball, he can hold on to it.
Jets down 10-0. Mark Sanchez rolling out, and he finds Santonio Holmes. Holmes got a 5-year, $50 million deal in the offseason. Later in the drive, 58 seconds left, and it's Sanchez to LT. LT still got something left in the tank, 32 yards.
He looks better to me than he did last year. He looks like he has fresh legs, like he's a new man.
He is. He barely played today.
Second and goal now, and it's Sanchez
Legs
rolling
were
to his right. And he finds his receiving tight end, Dustin Keller.
Great direction by Mark Sanchez. Directing the defense and finding the tight end.
It all comes off
Jets
the run
down
game.
10-7. All right, third quarter now. Des Bryant going to the locker room with cramps, and Darrell Revis on the sideline.
It's like two boxers. You go out, I go out.
They were going at it, though.
Yes.
I mean, for most of the game. And now it's a Tony Romo looking for Miles Austin. Another battle for the football, and Austin wins.
Boy, that was just,
both guys
that was
fighting
just
for it.
purely, I want it, you want it, I wanted more, I needed more. This was a battle, man. Give Cromartie credit. He was right there to make the play, but Miles Austin just took the ball.
Took it out of his hands. All right, a couple of Jet possessions later, down 17-10. It's Sanchez. Plexico Burress' first catch of the season, an 18-yard gain.
And that made the difference right there. When Plex got in this game and Plex got fired up, it gave Mark Sanchez confidence that I got room for error with this big guy.
But this time, he's picked off by Sean Lee. This kid's got great running back skills after he gets a football.
Sanchez can show you that he's taken another step to his commitment to excellence. Then on plays like this, he show you that I'm still Mark Sanchez.
The play was reviewed, and Lee did step out of bounds. Remember, he had 2 picks on Peyton Manning a year ago. So the ball goes down to the 1. But Lee having a phenomenal opening night. Fourth quarter now. Felix Jones gets in. Cowboys on top, 23-10. Rolling.
Like they were taking control of this football game right now.
And so here come the Jets, down 24-10, trying to make something happen.
Great
Holmes.
blitz read. Great blitz read. Way to pick it up. Great route by Holmes. Great timing by Sanchez.
Confusion in the secondary right now. Dallas is coming up men short at the corner. You see Mike Jenkins down.
Well, he was blocked by Plexico Burress, who came back to get him. Sanchez finds Burress with that fade for a touchdown.
Beautiful.
Jets down 7.
You got to throw it up there. Give him a chance. He's a 6'5 receiver. He's going to go up and make a play. We've seen him do it in the Super Bowl.
That's why the Jets went out to get him. And Rob Ryan's defense being challenged here. Tony Romo and the offense trying to answer. It's Romo to Witten. 64 yards down to the 3-yard line.
What a
That's
nice
a
play
big
by
tackle
Leonard.
right there. That's a huge play
Huge.
by Leonard, pushing him out of bounds.
But here is where the Cowboys start to unravel. Tony Romo can't find anybody, decides to run it up the middle. He is popped, and that ball comes out before Romo's knee gets
There's
down,
the game.
and the Jets recover. It's close, but the ball's out.
See, what you won't see in the stat line is Romo wanted to go to Darrell Revis there with Bryant, but he was covered.
And so Sanchez trying to bring Gang Green back. He finds Keller for a 19-yard gain on a 3rd and 10. And on the very next play, it's Rex Ryan's defense showing up. Sanchez is flushed. Danny McCray hits him. He drops the rock, and Sean Lee is there for the recovery. Lee had a huge game.
Smart play by McCray. stripping the ball. Just a special teams guy getting in, making a difference, making a bid to be around for a while.
And Prime, you mentioned the difference Darrelle Revis makes. This is a 3rd and 22. Romo wants Des Bryant. And Revis is there on the coverage. You just can't shake this guy.
This guy is physical. He's tenacious. He has that attitude. He has that swagger, one of the best in the game, and he is just that.
How about Joe McKnight? He blocks Matt McBriar's punt. Isaiah Trufant is there for the touchdown.
Great design on this punt block by the Jets. Rex Ryan again pulls a rabbit out of his hat, man, and did a great job.
24 all, 3rd and 1 to Tashard Choice. Can't get the first down, so the Cowboys forced to punt again. Man, the Jets now in business. 3rd and 8 on their own 22, 1:55 left. Sanchez dumps it off to Tomlinson. LT, done this before.
Great play by LT.
Fights it off for a first down.
Chains.
3 plays later, 3rd and 10. And Sanchez is going to be dropped by Anthony Spencer, who admitted earlier this week he took plays off during last year, and that he needed to challenge himself to stay in ball games the entire time. All right, 59 seconds left, a timeout. Jets forced to punt. So here we go, 1st and 10. It's Romo rolling, and he's picked off. Threw it right to
All
Revis.
the people to go to on the football field, you go at Revis.
A panic move by Tony Romo right there. There was nothing there. Once you get rolling out, you throw that ball away and just live to play another day. Bad throw.
So here comes Sanchez. Almost picked off by Alan Ball.
Kind of the day for the Dallas Cowboys, just they're there to make the play, but don't make the play.
So on the very next play, on a 3rd and 8, Sanchez incomplete, looking for Burris. So ironically enough, here comes Nick Folk, former Cowboys kicker, with 32 seconds left.
He's nervous.
To attempt a 50-yarder. And Folk finishes the deal. Splits the uprights. Jets on top, 27-24. Rex fired up. Sanchez can't watch. And they tell him, nice job, young fella. We get the victory. Meanwhile, the story goes on for Tony Romo. These are the kinds of things that have hurt Tony Romo throughout his career. Another really thrilling matchup, though, in Week 1 of the National Football League season. 342 passing yards for Romo. As the Cowboys lose, Jets win the opener.
As we continue here on NFL Primetime, Trey Wingo here with Merrill Hodge and Tim Hasselback. The Sunday night game to wrap up the full first slate of Sunday games. Dallas Cowboys with new defensive coordinator Rob Ryan taking on the Jets, and head coach Rex Ryan, his twin brother. So it wasn't about who was the better team, but who really had the better Ryan. And obviously, outside of New York, commemoration with a large American flag. Commissioner Roger Goodell there on hand to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the terrorist attacks at 9/11. Okay, Cowboys had the lead for most of this game. 3rd quarter, they're up 10-7. You got to win at the most crucial point, and there it is. Miles Austin out battling Cromartie for the ball, ruled a touchdown. Unbelievable effort.
Yeah, look at it. Austin go up and fight for the football. Cromartie actually has it in his possession. Ty's going to go to the offensive player, and Miles Austin able to wrestle it away.
Yeah, Cromartie upset. Dennis Thurman, former Cowboy, saying catch it this way, and it's a pick, not the other way. All right, later in the third, Jets down 17-10. Mark Sanchez over the middle where he finds Sean Lee, the Cowboys backer. Had a couple of picks like this last year. Is he going to the house? Because if he is, it's huge fantasy points for your defense if you have him. But no, he's taken out at the one upon replay. Another critical mistake, though, by Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez obviously looking to the left. Sean Lee starts over the right, works back into his progression. But Sanchez never sees him. And then the cunningness, the beautiful run, and the Cowboys are loving it like we're going to win.
2 plays later, they're up 24-10. Plaxico Burress making his Jets debut. Oh, big hit there after carrying out the American flag on Mike Jenkins, who left this game a couple of times. Later in the fourth, 3rd and 3 at the Dallas 26. That is the definition of back shoulder fade. Touchdown. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, and if you're going to make this throw to Plaxico Burress, face mask or higher, back shoulder, and you can't defend it. Look at the position of the cornerback. It doesn't matter when it's high in a way like that for Plaxico.
Jets won the game, but the Cowboys certainly contributed. A long Jason Witten play where he was pushed out by Jim Leonard, got him down there close, and on 3rd and goal, Just take a sack, throw it away, don't dive and fumble. So instead of sure 3 points, this happened.
Well, the most important thing is ball security. Look how far that ball is out on the ground. You know you're not going to score. You don't want to take a shot. Get 2 hands on the ball and get down. 3 points makes it a 10-point lead.
A 2-possession game. Instead, they get nothing. Then after a exchange of punts, Joe McKnight comes in and blocks it, and the brother of Marcus Trufant, Isaiah Trufant, returns it for the touchdown.
To me, this is also an example of studying tape. Your up backs up way too close. I know the guard of that side makes a mistake because you protect inside out. Grave mental error for the Dallas Cowboys.
Rex Ryan is fired up. It wasn't the last grave mental error. After another punt, first play, they have a chance to win it with under a minute to go, and it's picked off by Darrelle Revis. Where was this throw going, Tim?
I have no idea. I still don't understand where it's going. And Revis underneath, safety over the top, and obviously Tony Romo knows big mistake and a crucial point.
Plus, at that point in the game, Des Bryant was limping. He couldn't even run. So with 32 seconds left, former Pro Bowl kicker for the Cowboys, Nick Folk, bang, from 50 yards, and it's good. Folk is fired up. Rex is fired up. The Jets come back to win 27-24. Tony Romo after the game. They said what happened. He said, I cost us this game. And Tim, it was funny because during the broadcast, they were talking about how Tony Romo had said, I don't want to make those big mistakes anymore. Everything worked for Tony except for 2 critical plays with under 9 minutes to play. The fumble, where you got to have points, and then the interception late. And it was just a gift that the Jets were happy to take.
And that's why it doesn't matter how well Tony Romo played in the first half. When you look at the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, the 2 inexcusable mistakes that he makes that ultimately end up costing his team the football game. Look at the situation. 3rd and goal, about 9 minutes left in the game. Okay? Play breaks down. Now, you're up 7 points. Take a sack. That's the best thing that could happen. Maybe throw it away, but what you can't do is you can't turn the football over. Now, this one I still have no answer for. You have a minute left, a timeout, and when you look at this, there's no explanation for Tony Romo to throw this football. It is 2-man coverage. What I mean by that? Man underneath in the trail position, safety's up over the top. Look at this. Play breaks down again. Revis is underneath. Safety's over the top. You have absolutely no business throwing this football to Des Bryant, and it's right into the hands of Darrelle Revis. And I know when I watched that video there that sure, Bryant probably made a mistake, ran the wrong route, wasn't running full speed. But as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the license to make the situation worse, which is exactly what Tony Romo did in that situation.
You know what's interesting about the game of football? No matter how long you play, your career will be defined by a few plays, no matter when they happen. And it's usually, though, in critical moments, in critical games. When you look at Tony Romo in his 6th career start, I mean, 6 years starting, when you look at those moments where he's had opportunities, the pendulum is weighing towards he doesn't respond very well. He doesn't make those plays. That is kind of the image that he has right now. To switch that, I mean, it's going to take several years to switch that in critical games and more than likely playoff wins in order for that to switch. And when you look at a player who struggles like that, it's usually just the management of himself. You know, is it coaching? People want to play him coaching. He's been taught all those things. It's understanding when you're up by 7. Where are we in the game? What is most important here? Or when it's tied and we're down and our defense is playing great, what should I do that's the best thing for my game? I understand you want to make a play. I understand you want to score touchdowns. But it's the best to manage yourself and understand how can we win?
You make a great point, though. It's about knowing the situation. And most of the time you think, this is Tony Romo. It's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback. Do I have to remind him when we're up 7, 9 minutes left in the red zone, hey, a sack might be the best play? Guess what? Maybe you do have to remind him. Maybe you just can't assume that he knows the right thing to do.
Well, this is nothing new for Cowboy fans. Go back to the Sunday night game to start last year in Washington. He threw that inexplicable screen pass. They tried to make something out of nothing right before the half. Washington gets a touchdown. They were really being dominated up to that point. They get right back into the game, and they went on to lose that game. Well, Cowboys try to get it going next week when they go to San Francisco. Jets play the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars at the Jets. We have to. Rex Ryan looking to go 2-0 after that comeback win over the Cowboys last Sunday night. First quarter, Mark Sanchez, play action to Dustin Keller. What a weapon he's become. Yeah.
hard to find somebody, whether it's a tight end or a cornerback, that fits defending him perfectly.
Speaking of having weapons, Mark Sanchez has a few also, including Santonio Holmes. Nice time there, too.
Oh, man. Good time by the offensive line. Santonio, people question whether he's going to play or not. Game.
You see flashes like this where Mark Sanchez can stick
that
back
kid
foot.
can play.
Yeah.
A long afternoon for Luke McCown. Looked like he had time, nowhere to go. Muhammad Wilkerson, first-round pick, coming up with the sack. The play was reviewed in the booth. Is it a safety?
Right?
No.
No.
It's close. Part of the ball was outside of the goal line. Or yes, it is a safety.
Yes, it is. Jets leading 9-0. Now, Nick
didn't have the
Mangold
right angle, I guess.
has been a staple at center since he was a first-round pick out of Ohio State. Gets tangled up with Darryl Smith, hurts his knee on the way down, as you see there.
Little Nicky.
And Nick Mangold hobbles off the field, would not return. Returning to the tough afternoon of Luke McCown. Second quarter, 1st and 10. Interception. A real theme to his day. This one picked off by Antonio Cromartie.
That's what's going to happen when you throw high into triple coverage. Look, did we not all believe that this season for the Jags is going to be a bit of a challenge? When they decided to wave goodbye to David Garrard and say hello to Luke McCown or Blaine Gabbert, there's triple coverage again.
Wow.
Picked off by Eric Smith. Luke McCown with 4 interceptions on the afternoon. Into the third quarter, 1st and 10, Mark Sanchez looking once again to Dustin Keller.
He's just such a difficult matchup for a defense. He's big enough to run over a safety and fast enough to run with a corner.
Have you exhausted all the compliments for him? Because there he is again.
Nice play.
Got good hands as well.
11 yards.
And there again, you see the flashes from Sanchez. The key is being that you want consistency.
Yeah. And that's Antonio Cromartie, second pick of the day for him.
Mommy, make it stop.
Wow, it stopped.
Touchdown would be reviewed. We take another look as Cromartie running toward the goal line. The ball was outside of the pylon and ruled no touchdown. The ball will be placed on the half-yard line.
Around the world.
Where did it land?
You know what that led to? The Jets would eventually score, leading 29-3. Luke McCown picked off by Josh Malga.
Luke should have been out of the game by
It's
now.
Blaine Gabbert time.
Put him in, 10th overall pick. Here he comes. Fourth quarter. Blaine Gabbert after getting the snaps from Brad Meester. Second down, 6.
We're making the same mistake with
You're a young quarterback.
Jags.
What are you going to do?
Interceptions. You're going to dump it down to Maurice Jones-Drew.
There you go. First NFL completion. Next Jaguars possession, 1st and 10. On their own 39. Blaine Gabbert, you knew this was coming. Sacked by Bart Scott.
Well, again, this was the dominant defensive effort the Jets needed after giving up 390 and 24 to the Cowboys the week before.
Ooh.
All Jets start to finish. New York now 2-0, and Jacksonville falls to 1-1.
Jets trying to get to 3-0, but Darren McFadden standing in their way. Raiders up 7-0 after a McFadden touchdown. And it's Sanchez and LaDainian Tomlinson.
Still got it. Look at the fresh run like this with great blocking downfield. Look at those 2 receivers blocking downfield.
They'll do that now over there in Oakland.
74 yards for Tomlinson, led to a Mark Sanchez touchdown. Game tied up at 7. Second quarter now, and it's Sanchez to LT. Pretty teardrop.
Oh, man, look at LT. That is the LTO right there.
It sure is.
18 yards there, 14-7. But prime, Darren McFadden had something for him too, right?
Ooh, this boy right here, man. God almighty, man. The way he's running right now is just incredible.
Steve, coach is so
Yeah,
McFadden.
oh, geez, look at this is 97 stretch to Darren McFadden, and now you got Kevin Boss, number 87, a little hold. He got away with it. That's okay. And watch the receivers prime. You mentioned it. Watch the receivers block. Number 80, Derek Hagan down here. Oh, he swallows him up, and now we've got Darren McFadden turning on the Jets. Chaz Schillings gets another block down the field. Here we go for 70 yards to pay dirt. 171 yards on the day, a couple of touchdowns. And this guy right here leads National Football League in rushing.
Shank
Game tied up at 17 after a 53-yard field goal. More from McFadden here. He's going to throw it. Wait a minute. No, he's coming back the other way.
He saw this from him in
Wildcat
college.
days. He used to be quarterback in the Wildcat at Arkansas. Throw it once in a while.
Quarterback out there blocking. Jason Campbell still in the mix. All right, now Campbell, a little razzle-dazzle to Michael Bush. Back to Denarius Moore.
So much speed.
Great crackback.
So much speed on this team. We talked about it on game day morning. If this team could give the Jets fit, they did with the speed that they have.
And that, folks, is a touchdown.
Yeah,
it was reviewed, and the call stood.
Come on, Hugh. Get the crowd going.
And Hugh Jackson trying to fire everybody up. 24-17, and then...
We showed you this for one or two reasons. The big player, Boo-Boo.
He can't handle it.
Come on, Cromartie.
And
Great
so
play.
that led to another Raiders touchdown, 31-17. Mark Sanchez here to plexical burst.
Perfect.
Why don't they get him more involved?
Yeah, he scores touchdowns. This is a great get in the offseason now for him. You got to just keep using him more.
Just 3 catches on the day from Burris, 34-24. Big catch downfield to Dustin Keller.
I like Dustin. He's one of the better tight ends in this league.
So on a 4th and goal, rather than get the points here, they go ahead and go for it. Sanchez called the touchdown, but they took another look at it, and they saw that Sanchez's knee is down right there.
Where's the ball when the knee hits the ground? It's not a touchdown.
So Rex Ryan and the Jets, they fall to the Raiders, 34-24 Raiders.
Meanwhile, primetime rolls on. Mark Sanchez and the Jets for the Raiders home opener. This was the first game for Mark there since the infamous hot dog game of his rookie year of 2009. And no hot dog, just solid performance once again by LaDainian Tomlinson. First quarter, he can still do this. Make you miss, and he still got burst. 74 yards out at the 1-yard line. Mark Sanchez would score on a 1-yard touchdown run. Second quarter, game tied at 7. Sanchez once again looking for LT, 18 yards. Congratulations, LaDainian Tomlin joins Emmitt Smith and Jerry Rice as the only 3 players with 160 career touchdowns. Jets up 14-7. Antonio Cromartie, Tim, had a rough day.
Yeah.
Had a rough day.
You know, you can't put your hands on the defender at the top of his break or once you're 5 yards down the field. Cromartie not doing a good job of trusting his technique, getting involved with the wide receiver, hurting his football team.
Yeah, lots of pass interferences, and then on this kick, just absolutely muffs it, picks it up, and then it's fumbled and covered by Tawan Jones. Cromartie would actually literally add injury to insult later. He would leave with something wrong with his ribs. As for rushing, well, the Raiders do that really well. Merrill and Darren McFadden did it to the Jets all day.
All day, baby. What a great job. If you're going to defend the Raiders in a running game, you better defend the perimeter. Because Darren McFadden, if he gets the corner, he's going to hit his head on the goalpost. Yeah, my brother.
He did it time and time again, and I believe we got a seal here, Merrill.
Yeah, because downhill holds those blocks inside. So we get a seal here. We got the out of bounds over there and a kick out there. So we got a seal there. And we got a huge wavy alley as we start to work our way down the field.
Great downfield blocking by Chaz Schillens and other wide receivers. Then, how about this?
That's why we call him a factor back, baby. He's the factor in every play.
Darren McFadden trying to get something going in a 27-yard gain. The very next play, they're going to do it again.
Why not?
This is Denarius Moore, who had that great touchdown catch last week. Oh, look at the block by Samson Satelli as Moore reaches across the goal line for the touchdown. That was a huge hit. Huge hit on Jeff.
You think?
My goodness.
That's
the
what
Raiders
a rising blow.
Ran for 234 yards. First time Rex Ryan's Jets defense has given up 200 rushing yards.
Defensive battle between the Jets and the Ravens, but they were getting in scoring touchdowns. Ray Lewis in his 16th season. And Rex Ryan spent 10 years in Baltimore as a defensive coach. Ed Reed gets to Mark Sanchez, and Jameel McClain scoops it up for a touchdown. And the Ravens right away on top 7-0.
Time and time again, Ed Reed shows up and makes the play for that Baltimore Raven defense.
The best defensive back in the game today.
Sanchez is a hit before his arm comes forward there. So the play was called a touchdown, and it stood. So on the ensuing kickoff, it's Joe McKnight.
We only show you this for one or two reasons.
It's a boo-boo.
Big player boo-boo. Doesn't it seem like we just want to just push him down the field like,
Get
run,
going,
man,
run! It's a big play, all right. 107 yards, the longest play in the history of the Jets. 7-all. But the Jets had issues with the center quarterback exchange all night long. Nick Mangold's got that high ankle sprain, so he tried to give it a go. It didn't work out. So Colin Baxter, remember, he's an undrafted rookie here, and there's an issue right there on the fumble.
That ball was there, wasn't it, though?
Yeah,
the quarterback wasn't ready to
He was
receive
asking
it.
for it, and maybe he was late.
And
There we
now
go again.
Paul
That's on the
Kruger
quarterback.
comes up with the fumble recovery for the Ravens.
That's on Sanchez.
All right, the ball snapped. You see the guys talking about right now, but it was snapped before Sanchez was ready, so they're working on it.
Somebody else.
That's right. Matt Slauson replacing Baxter for the next series. And Sanchez loses the football.
Double J.
And Jared Johnson goes 26 yards for the touchdown. Great hit by
That's gotta
Haloti Ngata.
So many impact players on that defense. They always come up with the big play when they need it.
The ball basically came out before Sanchez's arm came forward. The Ravens were on top 27-7. All right, so you would think they would turn it over to the running game, but Flacco looking for Ray Rice. It's picked off by David Harris, exactly what the Jets needed.
Yeah, another miscellaneous touchdown return here by the defense. And this thing's going back and forth with unusual scoring plays.
27-17 at the break, third quarter now. And it's Flacco trying to get away from trouble. He saw Aaron Maven there, but Maven still got to him. Jets just re-signed Maven. Marcus Dixon with the recovery there.
Got him a sack there, Frank.
And so on the very next play, it's Sanchez looking for Santonio Holmes. Darius Webb going the other way.
Man, I read this like one of those C. Jane Ron books. It was so simple. You saw this last month coming.
Sanchez and Romo got a lot of coming.
Jets winning, or Jets
A
fall.
lot of similarities in those two.
And Rex Ryan hugging a couple of guys he spent a lot of time with, Terrell Suggs and Ray Lewis.
Glad to see him and Ray reuniting. That hadn't happened in a couple years, guys.
So the Ravens improved to 3-1 with the 34-17 victory. And Joe Flacco throwing for 163 yards. Because the story in this one, there were 5 returns for touchdowns, 2 off interceptions, 2 off fumbles, and there was also that kickoff return for a touchdown by Joe McKnight.
And welcome back to Primetime. Trey Wingo here with Merrill Hodge and Tim Hasselbeck. Well, Sunday night, Rex Ryan and the Jets went to Baltimore. It was the first time Rex went back to Baltimore since he left there as the defensive coordinator to be the Jets head coach. Mark Sanchez warming up, trying to get things going. They did. They went going the wrong way. First possession. Hello, Ed Reed. Ball hawking still at this savvy age. It's a strip sack fumble, and Jameel McClain comes in for the score. Timmy, never had a chance.
Never had a chance, and really that's on Mark Sanchez. They didn't have a blocker for Ed Reed. He's got to get rid of the football.
You might want to block him. All right, then Sanchez fumbles the snap from Colin Baxter, Tim.
Yeah, and you look at it, Mark Sanchez's hands are there. Maybe it came a little early, but hit your hands, you're expected to hold on to the football.
Mangold, we need you. Yes, Nick Mangold not playing while Colin Baxter is in. They're working out Matt Slauson at center. And then Sanchez from the shotgun can't handle the snap. Paul Kruger recovers, and you see this one. He's ready for it. It just bounces off his hands.
Yeah, you got to be able to handle the snap from under center, from shotgun, not going well in New York.
It would continue to not go well. Haloti Ngata. You say goodbye, I say haloti. Another fumble. Jared Johnson, gobble, gobble. Merrill, aggressive play by the D-line.
Well, these guys do such a good job up front with their stunts and twists. They put a huge burden on your entire offensive line.
It was ruled a fumble for the touchdown. That made it 27-7. Now, Joe McKnight, the running back, comes in. Is he a factor back here, Merrill, on this blitz?
No, because he doesn't know how to hit a quarterback. What the heck?
Didn't want a penalty.
I know, he probably got
He's worried about
They
this.
told me to
The
get here,
passer.
but they didn't say how to finish.
Yes, but David Harris with the pick six. We had all kinds of returns for scores in this game. It's 27-14. More turnovers, 3rd and 9. Did I hear a niner in there? Aaron Maven comes up. It's a fumble. The Jets fall inside the Ravens 30. They just re-signed him. Okay, ensuing drive, first play for the Jets. How about another return? Oh, that's just a flotation device, Tim, out there, and it's picked up by Lardarius Webb, and he's gone.
Yeah, and Plexico Burress really should have been blocking Ladarius Webb on the bubble screen. He didn't, and that's how Webb was able to jump the route. You see Mark Sanchez takes a hit on the throw, and here comes Webb to pick it off.
And again, the penetration up there in front with Terrell Suggs. It was a 34-17 beatdown the Ravens put on the Jets.
Developing into the one of the tightest rivals in the AFC, Pats and Jets, as the Stanley Cup champion Bruins in the house. Rex Ryan and the Jets trying to avoid their third straight loss, and Bill Belichick and the Patriots looking to avenge that divisional playoff loss. Tom Brady to Wes Welker.
Have we heard that before?
36 yards.
Bad man right there, man. What a guy he is. Caught a few passes on your boy Reeves today.
Later in the drive, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis from 3 away.
Law firm.
He had a huge day. Pats on top, 7-0 second quarter. Jets down 10-0. Sean Green, Jets need to get the running game going.
This is what they have to do. They got some good push. They control the line of scrimmage on just a few plays, not enough to where Rex wants it to be.
9 seconds left in the first half. Don't see this often. Off the hands of Aaron Hernandez. Antonio Cromartie going back the other way. Tom Brady's first ever red zone interception at home.
That's
first
ridiculous.
ever.
And it wasn't his fault.
That's a drop pass.
All right, third quarter now, 10-7. It is Brady on the play action. And Wes Welker is wide open.
That's the way you run through a zone. Reeves was guarding him for the most part of the day, but every time they caught him in zone, Tom Brady knew right where Wes Welker was.
Welker has 740 receiving yards. That's the most through 5 weeks ever in the history of the league. Brady now scrambling around to Deion Branch. Looks like a fumble. And Tom Brady bummed, but Bill Belichick.
He's got the sock.
Throw
it out there, Bill.
He's got the red hanky, and here's why. Because Branch never fully gets up, so once he's touched, he's down. So the call was reversed.
Good call.
And Mark Sanchez was ready to take the field, but he's got to go back and watch this. Brady to Branch.
Just give him another chance. It's too easy. It's too easy. With that kind of time, receivers will work open against man coverage.
Patriots on top, 17-7. So on the ensuing kickoff prime, it's Joe McKnight.
We only showed you this for one or two reasons. Either it's a big player boo-boo.
What's this?
This is a big play.
Big play.
88 yards.
Get
that ref out of the way.
Down to the 20. And so Sanchez and the Jets capitalizing. Jeremy Curley for the 9-yard touchdown.
Play action pass. Now make the linebackers bite and get some good single coverage on the outside.
Sanchez looked good there, Coach.
The rookie getting in the mix. Brady loves his tight ends. Rob Gronkowski, 17 yards on a 3rd and 13. Brady throwing for 321, a TD. And Green Ellis up and over his second touch of the day. Pats on top, 24-14.
This is not something we're accustomed to, brother. The Jets giving up rushing yardage at this capacity.
Nor New England getting them like this.
Right. Mark Sanchez coming back on a 3rd and 6. He hits Derek Mason. And now, 3 plays later, to Holmes. 21 yards for the touchdown.
Beautiful. That was a great route.
That was a throw anticipation. That is the young Sanchez that they've been hoping for the whole year.
But Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis for 15 yards here.
They're controlling the line of scrimmage when they rush the ball for over $150. Boy, that's embarrassing to the Jets.
And here it's a direct snap to Green Ellis. 14 more yards on a 3rd and 4. Led to Gostowski field goal. The Pats, they win it 30-21.
Primetime rolls on with the Jets and Patriots in Foxborough. Tom Brady and company getting set for what is always that bitter AFC East rival. And Aaron Hernandez, after missing the last couple of games, was back in this game, and they tried to go to him early. Patriots up 7-0. Brady under pressure looking for Hernandez. A lot of hand fighting there. Was there a penalty here? They called it, but was there a penalty here, Tim, on Kyle Wilson?
Listen, it's a little bit of a ticky-tack call on Wilson. There is contact there, but certainly if you're a Jets fan, you didn't like that call.
Of course there is. He's not playing the ball. He can't hit the defender after 5 yards. Penalty. Good
led
call.
to a field goal. They're up 10-0. Then Hernandez there for the 9-yard completion. So with 9 seconds left in the quarter, or in the half, 10-7, Brady to Aaron Hernandez. That's a touch. That's a touch interception. Right off Aaron Hernandez's hands. And Crow looked for a while like he might take this back the other way before he's wrestled out of bounds, but that should have been a touchdown.
Yeah, listen, Aaron Hernandez has that ball in between both of his hands there, just drops it. Cromartie there to make the play.
Very hard to catch. When the ball's wobbling, had it been spiraling, it would have been
all right.
I'm not making an excuse.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
All right, so that was their possession to end the first half. They get the ball here to start the third quarter, and Darrelle Revis on Welker. Apparently that's a mismatch, and Welker runs by him for a 73-yard gain to set him up deep again. Merrill Hodge, I ask you, how did that happen?
Well, Trey, I'm going to explain to you what happened here. First thing that we want to look on the play is the coverage responsibility for the defensive backs. They're in what we call quarters coverage. So corner here, safety, corner. And here's the responsibility. This corner has this quarter of the field, safety this quarter, and corner this quarter. So if anybody comes inside here, Smith would take him. If somebody goes out here, Revis would take him. So let's look at the play once we snap the ball. Look what happens. Eric Smith hesitates for just a second. See as he steps up? As he steps up right here and Welker is coming, he's reading this. Well, that's pass. That's not run, even though they did some run action. Well, that's all that takes for the Patriots to get him to hesitate for a second, freeze his feet, with Welker running 100 miles an hour, blows right by Smith. Thank goodness Darrelle Revis had the speed to slow him down, or that would have been a touchdown for the Patriots. So that's what happens. You try to create a moment of hesitation, and that's exactly what the Patriots did.
Merrill, we appreciate that. Later on that drive, 2nd and goal. Remember how they ended the last drive of the half? They turned it over in the red zone. Well, Tom Brady scrambling for his life, finds Deion Branch, and he's on the ground. And then, whoa, the ball comes out. It's ruled a fumble. The Jets recover. Back-to-back red zone turnovers by the Patriots. Bill Belichick just says, hang on a minute. Tosses out the red flag. He says he was down by contact. Tim, was he right?
Yeah, he's right. He hasn't gotten up from the ground. He's got possession of the football. He's down as soon as Calvin Pace lays his hands on him.
So Mark Sanchez is upset that they overturned it on the very next play. Brady, look at the time he has to find a wide-open Deion Branch. Just like that, the Patriots go up 17-7. Okay, what's the fastest way to turn momentum around after a score?
A special teams return for a touchdown, right?
That is correct. Joe McKnight could not get on the field a year ago, making all kinds of plays here for the Jets. Down the field, 88 yards before he's finally run out of bounds at the 20. The Jets would later score to make it a 3-point game, 17-14. But ladies and gentlemen, when in doubt, call the law firm of Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. Into the end zone for a 3-yard score. The Patriots go up 24-14. All right, it's the fourth quarter. It's a 6-point game. The Jets have the Patriots right where they want them. They just got to stop the run. Ben Jarvis no for 15 yards. And then Ben Jarvis up again, 6 tough yards. This is the Jets defense. This has been a season-long problem. Bounces it outside for another 14, and on the very next play, they run right at him again. Over 130 yards. Patriots go on to win 30-21. Tim, if you're the New York Jets and you look at this game film, that has to be the most disappointing thing. You had them right where you wanted them, but that Patriots offensive line simply stuck it right at that Jets defense.
Trey, the New England Patriots offensive line did an outstanding job of working together. It's one of the reasons that run game worked so well against the New York Jets. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis really hitting the hole. Look at this offensive line working as a unit to get up to the second level. Logan Mankins up on David Harris. Now watch him get him to the ground so Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis can square those shoulders and get up the field. Now, good angles after the pass set to lead up into the draw here. Again, Dan Conley getting up onto the second level. That's a 6-yard run in the red zone. Outstanding job by that group. Another outside zone play. Dan Conley working with Brian Waters to get to the second level. Watch Logan Mankins again on Eric Smith. Hold that block. Now stay on Logan Mankins and watch the little nasty at the end of the play, finishing it. It's not surprising that the New England Patriots won this football game, but what's surprising is, Trey, is how they were able to dominate them at the point of attack.
Tim, that's exactly what they did, and we go inside the numbers. This has been the story of the Jets season. Can't run, can't stop the run. They've allowed over 134 yards per game on the ground. That is dead last in the NFL in rushing touchdowns allowed. That's a huge difference from Rex's first 2 years in New York, where the run defense was stifling, holding opponents to fewer than 4 yards a carry.
NFC East battle between the Jets, Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez, Darrelle Revis and crew having lost 3 straight games, all 3 of them on the road, with Brandon Marshall and the winless Dolphins coming to town. First quarter, Matt Moore got the start at quarterback, and here he is, Brandon Marshall beating Darrelle Revis.
Nice route, too. Push him deep. A little subtle move to come back to the football. Well done, Brandon Marshall.
And then 3 plays later, Moore, Marshall again. This time, Revis knocked it away.
And let him know about it, too, didn't he? At the end of the play, okay, you caught one. That's your limit for the night. Revis knocking it away.
Dan Carpenter, 23-yard field goal. The ensuing kickoff. We have an issue here. It hits Garrett McIntyre, recovered by Austin Spittler. That, my friends, is a turnover. 18-yard line. 3 plays later from the 15. We have an INT. It's going back the other way. This is Darrelle Revis. He has some blockers. This is the longest INT return this season, 100 yards.
And how often does Darrelle Revis have an opportunity to actually look back to the quarterback and see the ball coming his way without having to turn his head at the last second? See, he sees it clearly all the way.
PI or no PI?
The way that they play, he's going to get more leeway. And Brandon Marshall ran a little bit of a physical route. I say no PI, let him go.
The Dolphins wanted PI. They get the ball back. Matt Moore throwing downfield. Hey, look who's open again.
Brandon Marshall, but can he stay in bounds? Can he walk the tightrope?
No. But he does get 46 yards, 19-yard line now. Second quarter, we switch sides. Here's Moore on 3rd and goal. Cannot find that guy, Brandon Marshall.
That shouldn't be a back shoulder throw. Front shoulder, back shoulder, right? See, if he sticks that right between the 1 and the 9 on the front part of the shoulder, it should be a touchdown. Momentum hurt him going the opposite way.
Come on, should have been a touchdown. Dolphins
yeah,
get a
gave
field
it a
goal.
shot.
I know. 7-6. Jeremy Curley, 14 yards, ruled down to the play. He's the guy getting more playing time now that Derek Mason is gone. That is the first down of the game, if you would believe, for the New York Jets. There were boos. It was ugly, but finally they got some rhythm. Here's Dustin Keller, same drive for 27 yards.
Well, it did start out aesthetically pleasing, tripping coming out of the play, but how about this?
Nothing started aesthetically pleasing for the Jets. Matter of fact, it was quite ugly early. 5-yard touchdown, Mark Sanchez, 4 for 5, 70 yards on that drive. It's 14-6 at the half. We go to the third quarter now. Still 14-6. Matt Moore again. Oh, Charles Clay.
See, and Charles Clay was drafted as a combo fullback tight end who could catch. Didn't come down with that one, and they needed it. What about this one? Brian Hartline, same thing.
Brian Hartline over the middle. Could have had it. Could have had a first down. So the Jets get the ball back. Little pump fake. Sanchez goes left. Looks right. Directs traffic. Finds Joe McKnight. 24 yards. Joe McKnight lining up wide. Gets down to the 33-yard line to get a Nick Folk field goal, 17-6.
And wasn't that maligned offensive line giving him that much time to throw it?
And opening up holes for LaDainian Tomlinson here, 12 yards. First down Jets, again, not something we saw very often, if at all, in the first half. 3 plays later, Sanchez, 2. Another country heard from. Show me Santonio Holmes, please. He is open. He makes a move, much like Greg Jennings a couple of Sundays ago, down the left sideline, but this one's somewhat easier.
I think they're going to have to plug that tape in for Santonio Holmes. Remember that criticism of the offensive line breaking them down? Well, if you watch tonight, that touchdown was a result of that offensive line giving Sanchez that much time.
I believe you used the phrase earlier, aesthetically pleasing.
Yes.
It was not aesthetically pleasing this game. However, the Jets do win.
Let's go, you
Charge
guys.
it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, there they are.
Rex and Norm.
They made up. They made up.
LT's first game against his former team. He's got tattoos of both
That
teams.
don't make sense. I'd have had 5 tattoos if I'd have did that mess.
All right, first quarter here, and Sanchez hits Dustin Keller. Donald Butler just says, give me that rock.
What a play, man. That just taking the ball from Keller like this thing. This was a great play.
37 yards for the touchdown.
Do on defense when you travel. You pack your defense.
Rex Ryan is stunned. The Jets down 7-3 now. Sanchez, what about this catch by Santonio Holmes? Lays out beautifully. but there's a flag on the play.
You can say what you want. You can get on him how you want to get on him, but he comes to play week in and week out.
Nick Mangold will call for a holding there, so that takes the touchdown off the board. So on the next play, Sanchez looking for Plexico Burress. Eric Weddle got the big contract in the offseason, 5 years, $40 million. The pick there.
He wanted to throw that nice and high to Plex, against a smaller guy, but it was a little bit underthrown.
Everybody wants to see if they can take it back.
Did the lineman just catch Weddle?
Yeah.
All right, here come the Chargers. Phillip Rivers. Antonio Gates playing for the first time in a month.
That foot's feeling a little bit better. He's not back 100%, but it was good to have him back today.
When he's in the game, this is a different ball club.
His 70th receiving TD for his career ties him with Tony Gonzalez, the only two tight ends with 70 or more. Gonzalez is 92. Sanchez to Plexico Burress for a touchdown. That's that Chargers lead 14-10. Mike Tolbert gets in on his third attempt from a yard away. And so it's 21-10 Chargers.
That's where the Chargers started taking control of this game. Here come the Jets.
Well, you thought the Chargers would run away, but then Sanchez to Burress again. Burress' second touch of the game.
And this is why they brought him in, to go in the red zone and catch touchdowns. And that's what he did today.
In fourth quarter, Prime, this is what we're not used to seeing from Phillip Rivers. He's picks in the fourth quarter crunch time.
We're not. He's usually very consistent. I can't put that one on him, though. I'm going to put that one on that receiver, seeing that defender getting ready to take his head off.
He made a nice tackle.
Yes, he did.
Darrelle Revis going 64 yards the other way. Now Sanchez to Burress.
Again, the tall guy in the back of the end zone now. Finally, Plexico Burress contributes to the Jets offense.
And that's Burress' wife with the 3 game balls, the 3 touchdowns.
Now,
Rivers picked off again, this time by Kyle Wilson.
Now, Kyle Wilson did a wonderful job on this coverage. You can see Rivers didn't see him. He turned around, and, man, what a play he made.
It's his 9th interception this year, most in the AFC. Sanchez looking for Santonio Holmes.
I don't know where to call.
Jammer called for pass interference. He, of course, was upset. 3rd and 1 now, and it's Sanchez to his left.
He played this one great.
And he goes head first. He's a tough guy to make that first down.
Okay, they gave him the first down. It looked like maybe the spot was a little beneficial, but North Turner decides not to challenge.
And he moved the chain too early.
That was smart to keep the clock running.
And so Sean Phillips gets to Sanchez there. So here comes Phillip Rivers. $1:36 left because Nick Folk added a field goal. But Rivers dumps it underneath. Ryan Matthews. Clock's ticking. 4th and 3, 11 seconds left. And Rivers just throws it out of bounds.
He had 2 picks already.
So the Jets get a great come from behind win. They score the final 17 points of the game. They're 4-0 at home, 0-3 on the road.
Prime time rolls on. Trey Wingo here with Merrill Hodge and Tim Hasselbeck. Sunday, leading up to the Jets game between the Chargers, there's a lot of talk, especially coaching smack talk.
Way too much.
Way too much. But eventually, it came down to not who would talk best, but who would play best for 4 quarters at MetLife Stadium. And then, of course, it's all smiles now. I really didn't win. I would have rings. I was kidding. 4th play of the opening drive, Mark Sanchez under pressure, and he gets it to Dustin Keller, but Donald Butler strips it away. It was actually ruled a fumble, not an interception, and he's gone 37 yards for the score. San Diego staying classy, up 7-0. Antonio Gates back, Tim, and it's always nice to have this kind of weapon, especially in the red zone.
And so good to see him back in that San Diego offense, and you're right, Trey. In the red zone, does a great job of creating separation. Rivers able to find him.
That made it 14-3, and we always talk about the great physical receivers for the Chargers. How about Malcolm Floyd? Are you kidding me, Merrill Hodge? Again at 28.
Big time left hand, Phillip Rivers on the money here, but that is the one thing that he has not been consistent with this year is being accurate.
More on that later. That led to a Mike Tolbert touchdown to make it 21-10. Now it's 21-17.
Voila!
Stoink! Off the hands of Vincent Jackson, Darrelle Revis. He's not going back to the house for 2 straight weeks, is he? No. Run out at the 6 after a 64-yard. Look at the photographer. Oh, I got the money shot right there. It couldn't be any better. But then there's Plexico Burress. Finally, perhaps the breakout game for him, Tim.
Yeah, using him in the red zone. Face mask or higher, throws to Plexico, and gives the ball to his family.
All right, that's one. And then back shoulder.
Yeah, you know what he should do? Go give that ball to his family as well. Hey, here's another one after my second TD.
Once, twice, 3 times the charm. High in the back of the end. Guess where this ball's going?
I think I know where it's headed.
There it is, going up there. Let's have a picture. All 3, 24-21, Jets lead. All right, ensuing Chargers drive. Rivers looking over the middle for Jackson, and Kyle Wilson comes up with the interception. That would lead to a field goal, making it 27-21, which means it's a 6-point game. So all you need to do, says Rex, if you're San Diego, is come up with a really nice 2-minute drive. They didn't have any timeouts, okay? 129. This is the best play of the entire drive. Over to Gates for a gain of 18.
Boy, and that one was a little bit behind, too.
That's correct. So now they finally run the next play with just over a minute left. Sometimes incompletions are better plays, right?
There's no doubt.
When you can't get out of bounds.
There's also no sense of urgency.
3-yard gain. And now the next play, 2nd and 7. Again, an incompletion is better there. Because
you can't get a first down.
3rd and 3 now on 17 seconds to go. And finally an incompletion to stop the clock. But that sets up 4th and 3 with 11 seconds left.
4th and 3.
4th and 3. It is 4th and 3. And that's it. Sales, 27-21. Phillips seemed a bit confused with Norv about what was going on there. But we'll get to the Chargers in a minute. But, Tim, we talked about it. Plexico Burress said once that timing with Mark Sanchez gets there, this offense is going to go through the roof. I don't know if this was roof going through, but this was certainly something that we've seen before from Plexico when he played for the other team that played in that stadium.
Yeah, it wasn't going through the roof, but at the same time, the Jets using Plexico the way Plex really should be used. And you're right, Trey, we've seen him do that in the red zone in face mask or higher throws. That's how you use Plexico Burress. One thing he can do is he can win at the line of scrimmage, especially when you're down and tight. Look at Plexico, who's a big guy. Use that strength of his hands to get inside. Look at the ball location. But look at the real ace. Here it is. Plex's hands to club the defender by and slip him inside. And then there's that ball up high for Plexico to go get it. Now, on a back shoulder fade, Trey, as you had mentioned, he's going to push him inside, and then he's going to react to the football high and away. Very hard to defend that throw against Plexico Burress. Then again, winning at the line of scrimmage, which he can still do. Again, high in the back of the end zone is where this ball needs to be. That's where Mark Sanchez puts it. And there's Plexico Burress for the touchdown. So when you look at Plex and what he's good at, right there at the line of scrimmage, winning at the line of scrimmage with those that quick move in a short block there, that's impressive. That's how you need to use him. He's not a 90-catch guy. He's not a guy that will dominate the middle of the field, but you get into the red zone, he's very good at that.
Again, 3 touchdowns on Sunday. So listen, Merrill, the other equation here is the San Diego Chargers. And after the game, their tight end Randy McMichael said the Jets didn't do anything. The Chargers beat themselves. Agree with that at all?
For the most part, absolutely. And I think that when you look at Phillip Rivers, coming into this game, they had been so inconsistent in their passing game. And I really thought that, missing Antonio Gates was the missing link. And that's what was really throwing the rhythm off for Phillip Rivers in this offense. But they got Gates back. Gates is really good. And then I think of all the things that led up to what made Phillip Rivers look so bad. Even though they made big catches, even though they're throwing the football down the field, he just hasn't been as accurate. His decision-making hasn't been the same. Ball behind you when it should be in front of you. Just those little subtlety things that he has been so outstanding at. And what is kind of concerning if you're the San Diego organization on offense, a fan, you got Ryan Matthews, who is now a bull in a china shop. I mean, you got your rock. You got your foundation. I mean, they run at you. They're physical. They get on the perimeter. You just now need somebody that can compliment it. And if it's a guy like Phillip Rivers that gives it a little more than just a compliment, but a complete compliment, that's the things that most concerning, because Phillip Rivers is not dialed in. He's missing open targets. He's making bad choices. You had Gates back, so it does foul all on Phillip Rivers right now and having to straighten that out, because if he keeps playing like that, they're not going to get back they're not going to get to the playoffs this year, even though that division is struggling.
And they didn't get there last year with the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. Jets, by the way, go into their bye week. Chargers head to Kansas City, which is suddenly playing a lot better next week for Monday Night Football. Meanwhile,
take you up to the whiteouts in Buffalo. Bills wearing their white unis at home for the first time since '86.
Oh, Jim Kelly did.
Mark Sanchez to Plexico Burris.
Burris getting some play in the field. We watched him 3 touchdowns last week. Now he's getting some routes in the intermediate area.
Sean Green moving the pile.
That's
9 yards.
That's physical. That's who the Jets
play
are.
of this drive, Dion, and Sanchez, oh no, to Jarris
I have
Ford picks it
no
off.
idea who he was throwing the ball to.
I think it was Dustin Keller, but he threw it a little too high. That's not how he wanted to end that drive.
That drive was 92 yards, 10 minutes and 8 seconds, no points. Sanchez,
All right.
hits Dustin Keller, and Keller goes up and over,
Oh, boy.
and it costs him.
What is wrong with this?
He tries to leap over Terrence McGee, but he lands
I love
hard.
his excitement. You got to love it, guys. He's just fighting for extra yard.
Hold him up.
He left with a head injury. He did come back in the third quarter. Sean Green.
Oh, man, they put an LT in against San Diego. Sean Green must have said, what was that? Ever since then, this dude has been running.
But guys, Ed Hockley calls a Matthew Mulligan for holding. Rex Ryan and Brian Schottenheimer, they want a word with Mulligan. Jets ended up punting. Ryan Fitzpatrick struggled today. We're looking for David Nelson, picked off by Calvin Pace right there.
This is the Jets defense that we know and love.
And then on the next possession here, it's David Harris. So Fitzpatrick was picked off twice. Jets were up 3-0 at the break. Third quarter, 6-0 Bills down. Fred Jackson, been my guy all year, but he drops the football. First fumble all year.
Yeah, pure power hitting from the Jets. Purely intimidated Buffalo.
And Jackson had a little stinger there. He still played. Finished with 82 yards.
Nice.
Sanchez to
Look at
Burris.
this man stuff.
Look at this physicality. Man, that's a man.
That's a man time. Give him credit. Those were legs, Coach. He had his legs there.
Yeah, that was an aggressive run, and then LT up and over the top. Instead of the teardrop, we get the big spike.
First rushing TD of the season for LT, 13-0, 13-3 now. Sanchez looking for Santonio Holmes. It's incomplete, but Leonis McKelvin called for pass interference.
Yeah, he's grabbing that arm a little bit. A lot of contact here, Brian.
And he never turns back around to
When you're
look
falling,
either.
you're not balling. That's what they used to tell me.
First and goal here. Holmes just seems to make these types of catches.
What a grab. What a grab. That ball's high. Hey, Mark threw that ball over 3 guys around Santonio Holmes. He goes up at the top of the mountain
Rex.
and pull it back down.
See Rex get up there?
Jets on top 20-3. Fourth quarter here. Jan Gailey going forward, fourth and inches.
As well.
And Fred Jackson is stopped by Bart Scott and Calvin Pace. So the Jets, they go up to Buffalo and they get a huge victory. They win it 27-11. As we take a look at the AFC East standings, it's a 3-way tie for first. Right now the Patriots are in first. Patriots trying to avoid their first 3-game losing streak since 2002. Meanwhile, Rex Ryan and the Jets, they haven't lost at home this year. Tom Brady doing what he does. Shaq with Spike Lee.
Shaq Daddy.
That's hoops. Nicole
Hey, leave Shaq business his business.
Let Shaq's business be his business.
Brady's not looking for the ball. The snap right there, and it's recovered by the Patriots. And Gene Steratore gets in the mix there.
We drew a little blood on Gene. Look at this.
That's the way to get
That's
dirty.
the way to mix it up, Gene.
Gene Steratore in ball. Brady got the ball back here. 3rd and 13. It's Brady under the rest. How about that ball, Westerman?
That's
The
penalty and
safety, grounding in the end zone. All right, so Jets now down 6-2.
Tom has to get rid of that ball.
All right, Jets coming right back here, and it's Mark Sanchez looking for Patrick Turner. 22 yards. Turner left the game with a kidney injury. So the Jets, they just have 3 active receivers. Sanchez to Dustin Keller. And Keller takes it inside the 5. Calls timeout with 1:24 on the clock. The play clock still had another 20 seconds on it. Rex Ryan said at halftime it was the stupidest play in football history. Right, 3rd and goal here, and it's Sanchez up the middle himself.
There you go. You make up for that. Go get it yourself, Mark Sanchez.
So the Jets now on top, 9-6. Patriots will get the ball back with $1:20 and 2 timeouts left. So, you know, they're not just going to kneel on the football.
No, not Tom Brady.
Look at
Buy
Tom.
himself some time.
He's very good at getting away from pressure
He can avoid the
there.
rusher. He's not going to run for a lot of yards, but he can avoid the rush.
It's hard to cover a guy for that period of time. It's no way.
Gronkowski with the catch, but the fumbles recovered by Darrelle Revis, but they ruled Gronkowski was down. Free play for Brady to Gronkowski on a 3rd and 12. Jets were outside. The penalty declined, 13-9 at the break.
Gronkowski showed up today.
Third quarter here. Joe McKnight muffs the punch, and the Patriots are there. They get it. The Jets' 13-yard line.
A lot of fumbles and kick returns and punt returns today.
And so McKnight's got to think about it on the bench while Tom Brady does it again. Is able to get away from pressure somehow.
Great escapability.
And then he finds Gronkowski on
9
the 3rd
seconds
and 11.
in the
Can't cover
pocket.
that long.
Shoot it in there. Somebody's
looks
going
like
to
a
get open sooner or
touchdown.
later.
All touchdowns are reviewed, so they take a look, and Gronkowski stepped out of bounds back here.
Yep.
So you cannot be the first person to touch the ball once you step out of bounds. So he's called for illegal touching. The Patriots didn't convert, so it led to another Steven Gostkowski field goal. 16-9. Sanchez here.
That's why he's right there.
By Rob Ninkovich after it's tipped, and Ninkovich wraps up.
Yeah, tip
Sooner or
passes
later,
over the
man.
middle are going to get picked most of the time.
Every time, go.
And so Brady and the Patriots in business. They did a great job here. Never really let the Jets defense set on this drive as Brady, always aware, hits Deion Branch for 14 yards.
Quick formation. Jets are not covering up all the receivers.
And on a 3rd and 3, it is Brady. Watch the grab by Gronkowski.
That was a play right there, man. Snatched the ball right out of the air. I thought that
That's a big
safety
man.
defensive back. I said, go for his arm. Stop going for the ball.
He gets a little penalty for slamming it in the guy's face.
5'9". Playing against it with 6'5".
That's a big dude.
So
dog.
Jets down 23-9. Sanchez to Keller.
That was a nice throw right there, Coach.
Nice seam route before the safety can get there.
29 yards.
that back.
5 plays later, it is Sanchez to Plexico Burris.
What they did.
Well, this guy's starting to contribute on a consistent basis now. Using his height, go up and get it in the red zone.
Makes it real
Burris.
comfortable. Make
Give
Sanchez
it to
real
his baby girl. That's a real daddy.
Patriots now here on a 2nd and 7. It is Brady to Gronkowski.
big dude.
And he does a great job. Not only does he block well, but he catches the football so well. Young fella. All right, the 3rd and 4. It's Brady to Wes Welker. You've seen that many a times for the first down.
There's my man right there. Every time I talk about how great he is, they bring up Calvin Johnson.
And
Calvin's
here
great,
comes
too.
Deion Branch. Watch him move right
Oh,
there.
look at that right there.
Makes
Deion
Kyle
Branch
Wilson
still running
miss.
good routes. Still running good routes.
Patriots up 30-16. They went to 84 yards on 13 plays. And Sanchez here picked off by
Great
Ninkovich. He was
anticipation.
looking for Tomlinson. Ninkovich
This was
gets
a great
his
play.
second pick of the day. It's a pick 6, and the Patriots stomp Rex Ryan, Mark Sanchez.
And welcome back to Primetime, everybody. Trey Wingo here with Tim Hasselbeck and Coach Herm Edwards. Sunday night, a huge game in the AFC East. The Patriots went to MetLife trying to avoid their first 3-game losing streak since 2002. Jets trying to avoid getting swept by the Patriots and really fall behind the 8 ball in any chance they had to win the division. Tom Brady focused. First quarter, it's 3-0 Patriots, and the missing element all season long in the offense has been Chad Ochocinco. And there he is with a huge gain of 53 yards. Tim Hasselbeck, best play he's had all year.
Yeah, and you look at here, the Jets were unsure of themselves getting lined up against that bunch, and you see Chad just runs right through us as Revis gets a little bit confused off of the release. Big play by Chad Ochocinco in that offense.
Biggest of his career, field goal put him up 6-0. Second quarter, it is 3rd and goal for the Jets. Mark Sanchez calls a timeout. Rex Ryan, a spot cross, a tad miffed, a bit irked. He later said it was the worst call in the history of football. But it did lead to this, Herm. That was good, right?
Yeah. And by the way, your defense, they can stop them.
That's correct. Jets up 9-6, but left time on the clock for Tom Brady. Next possession, look at Brady shaking a tackler and finding Rob Gronkowski, unfrozen caveman football player. It was originally ruled a fumble. The play would be reviewed, but his elbow was clearly down.
It was clearly down, as you see there, as he's going to the ground, elbow down, plays dead at that point.
Newsflash, this guy was always open. You need to cover him.
He was huge. Later in the drive, literally 6'6", 265. Look at that with 15 seconds left. Gronk in the end zone. Penalty on the Jets' decline, but what are we doing here with the hit?
You gotta love the trajectory of the throw by Tom Brady, though. A little touch on it into the end zone.
13-9 Patriots at the half. Third quarter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't fix it. And there's Gronk again for the touchdown. Patriots take a 23-9 lead.
He's 7-11. He's always open.
He was always open. Listen, it's not going away. Fourth quarter. Let's go one more time. And, oh, look, there's Rob Gronkowski again. See ball, catch ball. Did a great job.
He's number 87. Cover him.
Yeah, later in the drive, it is 3rd and 4. Wes Welker had a quiet evening, but this was an important 9 yards and a first down. Now it's 2nd and goal for Brady, and this is not good if you're a Jets fan. Deion Branch gets in, and he starts to do the Fireman Ed chant right in front of Fireman Ed. Caps a 13th play drive. Patriots up 30-16, and then, oh no, it's Rob Ninkovich's 2nd interception of the game, and it is a pick six. Herm, great read here by Ninkovich.
Boy, he did a great read. He was really a hole player. He saw he was trying to dump it off. Comes across. I like when guys catch the ball, not knock it down. Touchdown, Patriots.
37-16, a statement win for New England. Listen, this was not a sluggish game in the first half, Tim. Neither offense got into any rhythm. And the Patriots decided at one point to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, and it totally changed the game. You know, you look at the interception by Mark Sanchez, and from that point, the rhythm of the game changed when the Patriots went into their no-huddle offense and their hurry-up offense. They basically got free plays and were able to move the ball down the field, what led to a score. So this is their first play right after the Romo interception. They actually blitz the protection. Right away, the ball comes out. Now they hurry up the line of scrimmage. Jets aren't lined up. You run it with Danny Woodhead for a 5-yard gain on first down. You love that. And then you throw it out to an uncovered receiver for a big game. Right now, the Jets defense is reeling. Again, up at the line of scrimmage, moving quickly so they can't get calls in. They don't get lined up correctly, which ultimately ends to a big third down where you got an option route by Welker, working the end line by Gronkowski. We referenced how big he is. That's 6'6" going up against 5'10". Once he gets his body inside that big wingspan, there's nothing you can do to defend that. And really, I thought that was the difference in terms of changing that football game. The rhythm completely changed, and that offense, and that was a big score coming off of a Sanchez interception.
Yeah, and the thing that you look at it and you said, Herm, why he's always open. Well, the problem is they run so many 2 tight end sets that if you try and double Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez is going to kill you with the same route. So that's the offense and the problems that the Patriots offense really presents with those 2 unique skill guys at the tight end position. Listen, a lot of talk, Herm, about the defense of the Patriots. It's been really bad this entire year. They made a bunch of plays Sunday night.
You're talking about a no-name defense.
Right.
The best defense was supposed to be the Jets. When you look at this game last night, it was really the New England Patriots defense. What they did in the secondary, I thought, was outstanding. Did a lot of bracket coverage, and when you think about how they did it, they rushed only 4 guys. That means, guess what? They dropped 7 in coverage. They took the first and second read away from Mark Sanchez, and when you do that, he has to hold the football. He holds the football, and the rush finally gets there. They sacked Mark Sanchez last night a bunch. 5 times, I believe, they sacked him, and here's
correct.
the problem. When you can cover with 7 guys, you have the ability to make the quarterback hold the ball, and that's what they did last night. They held the Jets to 17 points at home, and this is a great move by the defense. I mean, they continue to rush, but the back end of their defense is covering. Mark Sanchez has nowhere to go with the football, and when that happens, you generally can sack the quarterback. So you got to take your hat off, obviously, to the New England defense because they were excellent last night. We talk about their offense, but their defense won this football game.
Yeah, they made a bunch of plays, gave their offense favorable field position. It's a short week for the Jets. It doesn't get any easier. They got to get past this game because they have a Thursday night game on the road in altitude against the Denver Broncos.
It was just 4 nights ago that the Jets welcomed the Patriots into their house with a 3-game winning streak and the AFC East lead in their grasp. 4 days later, they're now 5-5 after coming into this house tonight on a short week. Rex Ryan and the New York Jets hoping to erase the memory of that loss. Mark Sanchez with an iffy performance at best in that Sunday night game. Tim Tebow coming off of that performance against the Chiefs in which he was 2 of 8, but making those 2 throws count. And right off the bat, they went deep.
It's just a quick throw, and it converts against bump and run. And everybody in the stadium was shocked that they're going downtown first play.
28 yards to Demaryius Thomas. 5 plays later, a shovel pass to Lance Ball. There's 2 completions right there. 3 plays later, Tebow to Jeremiah Johnson. That's 3 completions.
And at this point right now, we feel like we're in the SEC at a college game.
Next play, John Fox decided to go for it on 4th and inches on the first set of downs, and the Jets stop him.
Great play by the Jets. He got penetration with the defensive line and stuffed them on 4th down.
But the Jets could not do much offensively themselves. The offensive struggles that they have undergone all season long reared its ugly head here, and Sean Green, who was the starting running back tonight, hurt his ribs on this play and would not return. LaDainian Tomlinson was out of this game. He didn't even make the trip, which means they turned to Joe McKnight and a rookie who was playing in his first career game fresh off of the practice squad. Those were their running backs in this game. Tim Tebow and the Jets tied at 3 at half. First play of the second half. Sanchez coming out with a nice connection to Plexico Burress.
Well, he does best now. The play action, throw the ball short to intermediate, very accurate with that.
30 yards and then a 13-yarder, and then matriculating the ball. 2nd and 1, plus side of the field. Play fake. There's Burress again, Michael.
Yeah, we talked about it. Burress feels like he's starting to get his legs and be able to make plays in the field like we just saw.
Sanchez getting in a rhythm. Screen pass to Joe McKnight. That's an 11th straight completion for Sanchez. That's a career high. So Sanchez was beginning to get things going, finally getting hot, and would you believe it? This is how the Jets scored. Bilal Powell, who's the rookie I mentioned, fumbled the ball in the end zone, and Matt Slauson, the right guard, hopped on it. I guess the Jets will take it any way they can offensively these days.
That's heads up by the guard. Now the ball's on the ground. Nobody's knee touched the ground. There it is right there. Slauson, pick it up. That's his first touchdown.
First offensive lineman to score on a fumble recovered for the Jets since 1972 for those scoring at home. So now the Jets are up by a score. Eric Decker, who caught that second ball on a similar play last week in Kansas City. Tebow overthrows him. Broncos punt for a 4th straight time. What would the Jets do? Pick 6.
That's a poor pass and a poor choice by Mark Sanchez. Marshall, you saw it. He had the wheel route wide open. He should have thrown that ball up in the air.
Andre Goodman steps right in front of this pass.
Yeah, that's a great play by Andre Goodman.
Goodman taunted, cost him 15 yards. So Matt Prater, who's the king of touchbacks, is going to kick this ball off as Sanchez comes back later in the 3rd quarter. Incomplete. The Jets fumbled the ball, by the way, on the ensuing kickoff after that pick 6. It didn't cost him. Sanchez was getting hit by Von Miller all night, Dion.
Yeah, Von Miller applied heavy pressure, and that was a questionable hit right there. You say it was late, it was unfair.
4th quarter we go. The Jets are up 13-10. Tim Tebow on 2nd and 2, running it himself.
Do what you do, Tebow.
Doing what he does.
And when it comes to reading these option plays, he is the very best at doing that.
It's just his 3rd carry of the game. 4 plays later, 3:50 to go. Tebow not running out of bounds, runs through Darrell Revis.
That was a business decision
right there.
Tebow's 240, by the way.
3 plays later, 2nd and 10. A defender in his face. He throws to Dante Rosario for 18 yards and a first down.
It's amazing how these balls are finding the receiver right now.
Tony Danza. Minute 6 to go.
Here he goes.
Here goes Tebow. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. He's got it. John Elway's like, I'll take it again. Rex is shaking his head, can't believe it. John Fox watched 55 minutes of mostly discombobulated football.
They lose contained on the left side. There he goes. Nobody's going to stop him.
And Tebowing goes down again. Tim Tebow is 4-1 as a starter, taking the 1-4 Broncos to 500 through 11 weeks of this season. They will sit back and watch the rest of the AFC West play and get set for a trip to San Diego 10 days from now. That will be a big game. Meanwhile, the Jets, again, just 4 days ago, had the ability to win a game at home and be on top of the AFC East. Now, they're 5-5.
MetLife Stadium. Bills coming in here losers of 3 in a row.
Need to shave that beard.
Jets have lost 2 in a row. Second quarter, game tied up at 7. And this is what drives Jet fans crazy. Mark Sanchez picked off deep in his own end by Drayton Flores.
Out of your own end zone, you don't take many chances.
You already
check it down, get out of there, and you don't force the issue ever.
In field goal range already.
Fitzpatrick to Stevie Johnson, a touchdown. Watch the celebration.
He shot himself. He's
Mott's Plexico Burns
flying
there,
away.
and then does a little Santonio Holmes. Darrelle Revis backs off, and
just a look.
Look, you just hit
The
it
look
in there
route right
now.
now, just go down inside, bam. I mean the bam on the pass, not.
And then
that
once
was
falling
on the
down, there's your
celebration.
penalty.
I don't
much more
understand
in the
where the ball
celebration
comes in
coming
at.
up.
Can't go to the ground
All
on
right, the
celebration.
ensuing kickoff here looks like an onside kick. Jets recover, but then you take a closer look. Rayner just whips.
It looks like his
I don't
plant
think he
foot
whipped.
slipped.
It
Looks like
looked
his
like he
plant
tried
foot.
to do that.
Why would you do that?
He kicked the
Jets
ball
get
with
great
the
field
forefoot.
possession. Gian Gailey, I don't know. All right, Mark Sanchez now. Burris. Hitting the Bills back, wide open.
Now, he can't do that right there. When you get close to the end zone, Burris, he will find an open crease.
Long coverage.
Game tied up at 14, third quarter here. And Mark Sanchez, remember 10 days ago, he was in Mile High and he struggled. It's Dustin Keller there. Keller!
Dustin made a few catches in this game, Fran, that were out of hand. Really got this team started right around 5 minutes into that third quarter.
21-14, and then it was a rough sequence here for Antonio Cromartie. First, he must punt on the fair catch.
We only show you this for 1 or 2 reasons. I always had a rule. If I had to run over 10 yards to catch the ball, I let it go. It wasn't worth the risk.
Leotis McKelvin recovers, and then Brad Smith, the former Jet. Look at the concentration here.
You give anybody a short field now, chances of scoring go up. Brad Smith, I'm sure he'd love to score a touchdown against his old team.
This has to hurt.
Cromartie was there.
He was there, but let me tell you something. You fumble the punt, you give up 6, and your former teammate beat you. That's a trifecta. That has to hurt.
So the Bills tied up. All right, 24-21 now. Jets are down. 2:45 left. It's a big play, third and 8. How about Patrick Turner with a great catch?
Yeah, that's not only a good catch, nice play to move the sticks. This 2-minute drill is big. This is important now for this young team to execute.
Third and 11. Burris with the one-hander.
Man, a beautiful catch by Burris. Concentration right there. Knows where he is. Get his feet down right there for a completion. Now that Patrick Turner, he keeps making plays like that. He'll be in the 88 club.
And Deion Sanchez doesn't seem to be bothered by the big moment.
No, he's not. This game, he's not brought out a big moment. Looking for Santonio Holmes, who knows how to uncover when the quarterback is under pressure. Great play by both
Career
parties.
high 4 touchdown passes for Mark Sanchez. All right, so here come the Bills. They got 2 timeouts. Fitzpatrick, Stevie Johnson.
Boy. That was sick. He was going to split those safeties, Mac.
Yeah, he had a good chance of running, and it's not about how many plays you make. It's do you make the big play in the big moment to win the big
Maybe a
game.
little karma coming back on Stevie Johnson. Fitzpatrick rolling out to his right. Tough throw, though, against his body. Had Johnson, but
if he leads him a little bit, that's a touchdown. You'd like to have that throw back.
That was a horrible coverage by that safety. Horrible.
4th and 7, 2 seconds left. Johnson one more time, can't squeeze it. So the Jets get a big come from behind victory. They snap a 2-game losing streak.
Primetime rolls on in what was perhaps an elimination game in the AFC East. Bills, end of their 3-game road trip, taking on the Jets. And Stevie Johnson did a lot of very good things, Tim, for his team, including really going after Darrelle Revis and making a lot of catches like here.
You're exactly right, Trey. He gave Darrelle Revis all that he could handle. Has so much patience coming off the ball, working his releases. And I think Darrelle Revis really wanted to back away from him, like you see here, and try to play him without getting up in his face too much.
Yeah, but then the problems start after the touchdown. He mocks Plexico Burris dancing at a nightclub and shooting himself in the thigh. Stay classy, Stevie. And then on the way down, he actually got flagged for the secondary mocking of Santonio Holmes' Jets thing, which cost his team 15 yards. So the touchdown was good, and then the ridiculousness afterwards. Meanwhile, Mark Sanchez, remember he got benched during the practice this week, had Mark Brunell taking some first-team reps. That did not seem to motivate him early. He's picked up by Drayton Florence.
That's probably the rep he didn't get.
Exactly. Bill set up with a field goal. But then, the thing about the Jets, when they get close, they can finish it. 14-yard touchdown to Plaxico, tied it up at 14. Then the final drive with the Jets down 3. Mark Sanchez made some throws, and his receivers won for him. Here's Patrick Turner with a nice catch for a gain of 12 and a first down. And then maybe the play of the game on 3rd and 11. Are you kidding me, Plexico Burress, Tim?
Fantastic adjustment to the football. Really a poorly thrown ball, but Plex is able to find it, track it, and then he just covers so much area with his long wingspan.
Gain of 18 and a first down, and 2 plays later, Sanchez starts to his left, rolls to his right, and on the move throws a dart to Santonio Holmes for the touchdown. 12 plays, 82 yards. The Jets go up 28-24. However, they gave the Bills enough time to see if they could have something happen. 35 seconds left. Ryan Fitzpatrick on 2nd and 13. That's a strike. And Stevie, that could have been a touchdown, but Stevie Johnson drops it.
Focus, my friends. You're too worried about dancing and doing things that do not matter in a game, and you lose focus for a second. You cost your team a win.
Yeah, later in the drive, 15 seconds left on 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick into the end zone. Now, this one's a little behind Stevie, but once again, got his hands on it. Couldn't make the play.
Got his hands on it. You see how close this thing is to being a touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick outside the pocket. Could lead him into the field a little bit more. Stevie also could adjust the ball a little bit better. Certainly miss on that one.
All right, so now 2 seconds left on this is 3rd and 7, rather. That's Stevie.
That's Brad Smith and a really nice play by Cromartie, getting his hand in there, knocking the football out just at the last minute.
Yeah, and Cromartie actually had one go the other way against Brad Smith early in the game, where Brad Smith tipped it up and made the great catch. So here's the one with 2 seconds left on 4th and 7. He's going Stevie's way again and again. They're just not on the same page. The Jets hang on to win. Buffalo lost 3 straight games on that road trip. And we go Schwab talking numbers and alluding to what we were just talking about with the Jets offense. It's not great, but their red zone offense has been quite good. They have trouble getting there, but when they're there, they're pretty darn good. They're averaging nearly 18 points per game in the red zone and have converted almost 2/3 of their red zone chances into points, which is 2nd in the league. Yesterday, Mark Sanchez threw 4 touchdown passes in the red zone, giving him 15 on the season, although he completed less than 50% of his passes. So it was clearly feast or famine for Mark Sanchez, but when they got close, he made it pay off.
Thursday edition of Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. Jets in Washington taking on the Redskins. Mark Sanchez threw 4 touchdown passes a week ago. Rex Grossman looking for Fred Davis. Davis is 42 yards. Well, Davis is going to be suspended along with Trent Williams for 4 games for violating one of the league rules. So he's going to be sat down. All right, Mark Sanchez to LaDainian Tomlinson.
Boy, he looked fresh there.
Oh, Shimago Itagwe gets him. Itagwe not penalized on the play. Tomlinson left the game, but he did return. Sanchez now to Plexico Burress. 8 yards on the slant. Sean Green took it in from there. Jets
Burress
tied
went
up.
down for that ball. You got to get that ball up in his chest as he needs a touchdown.
At 7. Hello. Roy, hello. 22 yards.
Hello.
And they drive in it with a Graham Gano 33-yard field goal. So that's tough out at home. But Mark Sanchez hits us Antonio Holmes.
Well, that's a man.
Gotta drop many passes.
He can run routes to perfection as well.
One-handed there. All right, to 16-13 now. Sanchez, sidearm to Sean Green. Keeps the drive alive. A couple of plays later, 2nd and 5. It is Sanchez to Santonio Holmes, who beats everybody for the 30-yard touchdown.
That's a beautiful route by Santonio Holmes and a great catch.
Jets on top, 20-16. Bam! Aaron Maven just swallows up Rex Grossman.
Did you say bam?
Oh, with the recovery. And then Sean Green out of the Wildcat takes it in. Nicely done. Jets. They go on to win it 27-16.
Great play call.
They win it 34-19.
As for the Jets in Washington, Rex Ryan taking on Rex Grossman. So we're looking at a little Rex on Rex situation. 3rd quarter, tied at 13. It's 3rd and 1. Grossman under pressure, and Bart Scott, very nice play. The Redskins fail to convert on 3rd down. 4th quarter, still tied at 13. It's 3rd and 5.
Grossman trying to get away. I gotta get away. I gotta get away. But he's sacked by Aaron Maben. Fumbles. Jets recover. It was not a good day. As for, it just continues. It didn't work. It wasn't good.
That's not good.
Best way to sum it up.
Not good.
Thank you very much. Mark Sanchez had an uneven day, perhaps, Tim, to say the best.
Well, and this is what we've gotten from Mark Sanchez. He's been up and down. We see him miss throws. At the same time, you end up seeing him make good plays. But this is what drives Jets fans crazy, is just the inconsistency from the quarterback position.
And that one, he was really locked on there. And Angelo Hall almost got that one. That was bad Mark. Here's good Mark. And if it's going to be good Mark, it's good to happen in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I love it when he gets through his progressions. The biggest thing with Mark is he needs to learn to get to 2 and 3 and be accurate doing it. When he does this, when he gets athletic and creates, he really is a good player.
That right there was his best play of the game.
A couple of plays later, Sanchez. That's a great throw, right? Some would say that was his best play of the game. Santonio Holmes for the touchdown.
Yeah, but the play before got him to that point. You see basically a double move on the outside. Mark's going to pump it, and they're going to get Santonio behind the defense. And then at that point, it's an excellent throw, leading the receiver down the field so he can go in for the score.
Jets go on to win 34-19. They are very much in the thick of the thing going forward.
Kansas City only has 2 touchdowns in their last 5 games, and both Kyle Orton and Matt Castle are out, so that means Tyler Palko getting his 4th career start. Jets at home where they're 5-1 on the season. Opening drive, and Sean Green is going to bounce off some guys, make a cut back, and he picks up a nice gain of 31 yards on the play before finally going out of bounds, the longest run of the season for Sean Green. And then, same drive for the Jets. Their opening drive 10 plays later. Sanchez faked out everybody with the bootleg and walks in for the 1-yard score. Jets up 7-0, an 11-play, 77-yard drive to open up the game. On to the second, they're up 7-3, second quarter, a 3rd and 3, and Sanchez is brought down by Justin Houston for a loss of 7. Houston's 4th sack of the season. He had 3 last week. Sanchez shaken up on the sidelines. The trainers would take a look at his arm, but he would remain in the game. Ensuing Kansas City drive, a 3rd and 11, and this time Tyler Palko's pass intended for Steve Breston, picked off by Jim Leonard, but he comes off hobbling after that one, hurt his right knee on the play, and he was down, had to be carted off the field. He was not happy about getting hurt on that play, of course. Ensuing Jets drive, Sanchez under pressure, but that was by design. It's a screen pass to Sean Green, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 2-yard line. Almost got in for the touchdown, but Green pushed out of bounds. Still picked up 36 on the play. 2 plays later, a 2nd and 6. Sanchez under center, plenty of time. End zone, Santonio Holmes is there for the touchdown catch. And the Jets go up 14-3, the 7th touchdown of the season for Santonio. Next Jets drive, up 14-3. They give it to Sean Green, who marches into the end zone. A 7-yard score for Sean Green. His only touchdown of the game. He did go over 100 yards for the 2nd time on the season. And Jets go up 21-3. And then they set up the screen pass again, this time to LaDainian Tomlinson. He makes a nice move, stumbles into the end zone for the score. LT with his 3rd touchdown of the season. And the Jets are just blowing away the Chiefs. Todd Haley not happy at all on the sidelines. The Jets just piling on. Sanchez with the quarterback draw. Off the fake on 3rd and 3. He gets in for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. He had 2 rushing TDs, 2 passing TDs. His 2nd, 4th touchdown game of the season. And just nothing going right for the Chiefs. Jackie Battle stuffed in the end zone for a safety. Jets go up 37-10. They would win it by that score. Improve to 6-1 at home on the season. And just a disastrous game for the Chiefs.
He had leverage on Battle, and Battle hit a
Chiefs and Jets, and ladies and gentlemen, look who's back in the postseason picture even as we speak. Mark Sanchez and the Jets. A big reason why, the running game is Sean Green. Sean Green goes right up the gut on Kansas City for a pickup of 31 yards. Eventually would lead to a Mark Sanchez rushing touchdown to put them up 7-0. Second quarter, Jets up 14-3, and Green just bam.
Oh, boy.
Bam.
Over the shoulder there.
21-3. He had 129 rushing yards on 24 attempts. As for Sanchez, did what he had to do. Back in the groove with the ground game working. Santonio Holmes, 4-yard strike. He was 13-21, 181 yards and 4 total touchdowns.
Didn't they boo him last week?
They did. Okay. This was Todd Haley's final act as the Chiefs head coach, and it was not a good one. Tyler Palko throws it to Steve Breston, but instead it's Jim Leonard. However, the bad news for Jim Leonard, second straight year his season comes to an torn patella tendon. He's done for the year. They tried an onside kick, and they barely touched the ball. It went 1.5 yards. How does that happen?
I don't know how that happened.
What do you do?
You know what? When it's going bad, man, it goes bad.
And it's going bad for Todd Haley.
I've been involved in these.
Fired as the head coach as the Jets win 37-10.
In Philly to take on the Eagles. Jets winners of 3 straight. Michael Vick and company not only trying to play spoiler, but see if they can get the Eagles back into the playoff conversation. Sanchez hits Antonio Holmes here, but Holmes can't hold on to the ball. Jaquay Parker, Johnny on the spot, gone 47 yards.
That's what you're taught. Pick up the fumble, get to the near sideline, follow your caravan into the end zone.
Play was reviewed, as every touchdown is in the NFL. It's reviewable. Ball out. Touchdown upheld. Jets get it back. Mark Sanchez. Right through Santonio Holmes' hands right there. Asante Samuel with the pick.
Asante Samuel is always around the ball. Asante, we cool, right?
We've been on Sanchez. That ball has to be caught by Santonio Holmes.
How about Michael Vick? Ever since he's come back from those broken ribs, Brent Selleck, nice one-handed grab there. He goes up 14.
Yeah, he stood in the pocket and took a hit to get that ball off right there, though. He just got back. I bet that hurt.
Selleck.
Oh, nice grab by Selleck.
Nice concentration there. Second quarter now, and the Eagles, they just have so much speed.
Yes, they do. Do what you do, Mike Vick.
Vick just breaks to the corner there, 11 yards for the touchdown. Eagles shocking the Jets, 21-0.
Man, isn't that what Tebow did to him?
Look at this. It's the pressures off the Eagles now. It's not the spotlight on who got what money, and they seem to be coming together as a team.
More speed. This time LaShawn McCoy, 9 yards for the touchdown. Primetime nominee.
He balls out.
Eagles on top 28-0.
He should be an MVP candidate.
28-3. Jets finally get moving here. Santonio Holmes, but then he gets a ridiculous penalty here.
Now, why would you do this? You're getting the brakes beat off you right now.
So gets a 15-yard penalty there. 28-13 Eagles at the break. Third quarter now. Vick.
Oh, man.
Selleck over the middle.
Now watch all these guys cannot catch.
Tight end.
All these guys real slow.
73 yards down to the one.
Wonderful job by Michael Vick. He pumped to break him open. He moved that safety and then found Selleck down the middle of the field.
Selleck with 156 yards. Is LaShawn McCoy the toughest guy to get your arms around as a running back in the NFL?
Powerful, runs hard, runs strong, even though he is small.
19 total touchdown this season for McCoy, ties a franchise record. Sanchez wrapped up by Jason Babin, who's been a monster as of late.
That could be the best offseason acquisition.
18 sacks this season, had 3. He's 4.5 sacks shy of Michael Strahan's single-season record. Back to McCoy.
The moves, the Barry Sanders-like bounce moves to the outside and just start exploding up the sideline. Just an incredible talent.
Against that Marshall Faulk kid.
102 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns.
So look out now, because the Philadelphia Eagles, you're telling me there's a chance. Keep in mind,
1 in a million?
What? Yeah. Oh, boy, Christmas. It is this week. The Jets have never beaten the Philadelphia Eagles. Never. Really. 0-8 all-time, and Santonio Holmes did not play well. Okay? Hit, fumble, and Jaquay Parker looking rather nimble for a large human
Keep
being.
in mind, Jaquay Parker, they will use him as a stand-up linebacker, so he is a very athletic, versatile player.
7-0 there, and then that one goes right through Santonio Holmes' hands to Asante Samuel. Thank you very much. Another turnover by Santonio. Late second quarter. It's 28-3 already with 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Holmes gets the touchdown. That's good. Then he does the Eagles dance. You can't use the ball as a prop in the celebrations. That's an easy, unsportsmanlike contact.
Far, bro,
why do
sideline? Are you kidding me?
Exactly. 28-10 at that point. As for Michael Vick, look what Brent Selleck. In the year of the tight end, not many people talk about Selleck, but he's one of the better options out there.
He's been a rock for him.
Yeah.
Been a rock.
And Michael Vick standing in under pressure. Impressive job making that throw right there.
All right, you want to talk standing in under pressure? Watch this one. Michael Vick rolls to his right, throws, and boom, big hit. The pass ruled incomplete as he took a huge hit here by Marcus Dixon. Ouch. Ouch.
Change the target zone. You got to be around the numbers.
Flagged for a personal foul, but it did not affect Vick's play because there he goes, and that's his first rushing touchdown of the year on the 11-yard scamper.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Unbelievable. The first that we had this week.
Well, that's a shock.
LaShawn McCoy has many more rushing touchdowns. There's 9 yards up the middle, his 18th touchdown of the season, tying the Eagles' single season record, and then we're going to break that record.
You talk about change of direction. That makes him so dangerous. Maybe best in football from the running back position.
20th
change direction
of the season, third of the day as the Eagles win big 45-19. So here's how it stands. Cowboys have a one-game lead, but all three teams are in control of their own fate if you can control something as fickle as fate. The Eagles can only make the playoffs by winning the NFC East, which means winning at Dallas on Christmas Eve and then beating the Redskins Week 17. All three teams have to tie at 8-8 if the Eagles are going to have a chance, and that is still a possibility.
Jets. Let's sink our teeth right into it. This big fat meal. There we go. Forget about it. Rex Ryan and the Jets. They lost last week. Plexico Burris. They made him the captain. He used to be a Giant. Now he's a Jet. You know what I mean? He's the only captain of the day. He's motivate. Second quarter, Jets up 7-3. They scored on their first possession. It's 3rd and long from the 1. Victor Cruz!
Break a tackle!
He said he would. 99 yards. He talks smack about Darrelle Revis. Revis wasn't in on this play, but he walks the walk. 99 yards.
When you talk it, you got to walk it. Mike Irvin loves this guy, and I don't like his inconsistency catching the football, but I love his playmaking ability. There's not too many guys in the game today to make that play.
Giant record, 99 yards. Giants are up 10-7 here. They're on the red zone late.
That's what I like. Talking about a little man playing big. Ahmad Bradshaw with a very physical run for the touchdown.
They run like this. They're hard. 81 yards in 4 plays. 17 unanswered by the Giants as Bradshaw knocks Brodney Poole out of the game, essentially. It's 20-7 Giants. Rex is back against the wall. All the talk during the week. 11 minutes to go. 4th and 2 have to go for it. Flag on the play on Deion Grant. Your thoughts, Deion Sanders?
Let me see. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They touching each other.
Gotta look up and locate the ball. Time.
Man, please.
Down Jets 2 plays later. Sanchez to the former Giant. Plexico Burris. Touchdown. But wait a minute. Offensive pass interference. Take the touchdown off the board. He shoved.
Thank you. He shoved him. Mike Irvin move right there.
You got to do that. You have to do it with the elbow. You cannot extend the arm. Trust me, I mastered that.
Next play, Sanchez fumbles. Jason Pierre-Paul hits him. Justin Tuck recovers, but upon further review, holy Justin Tuck rule, Batman.
Oh, yeah. Is that rule an incomplete pass, Rich?
It's just ridiculous. Just get rid of the Tuck rule. Just get rid of it.
Why don't you just put a flag on the quarterback?
So the Jets' touchdowns taken off the board. The Giants' fumble recovery's taken back. Sanchez, a few plays later, converts another 4th down on 4th and 2 move to change Jeremy Curley inside the 10. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal for the Jets, and Sanchez fumbles.
What week are we in, Rich?
16.
How can you have this happen in week 16?
That can't happen.
And that's straight on the center. The center hits is only it's poor concentration, poor focus.
This can't happen week 16. And you expect to go to the
Points for the
playoffs.
Jets. They're still down 20-7, but first play, Eli picked.
Yeah, that's that guy
Put
that
it
you
away.
guys are talking about.
David Harris is Knicks.
That
Can't
88
collect
club
it.
went to that 24 island.
Yeah, boy.
He never got out.
Next Jets possession with new life. It's 1st and 20 after a hold. Sanchez is sacked again. This is called a fumble. The Jets can't get on it, even though it sure looks like Sanchez's arm is going forward. Rex challenges, and it is another fumble. Recovery for the Giants, taken away by replay. Jets get new life again. 3rd and 12 in the red zone. Sanchez steps up, buying time, steps left. Now he's going to run for it.
Go get it. Do what you do.
He gets down to the 1-yard line. There was a hold on the Giants. Move the ball inside the 1. Tom Coughlin can't believe the drama. Sanchez rolling out. He's going to call his own number again. He does. No fumbles. And it's an actual play that doesn't get pulled back by replay or a penalty. It counts. It counts. 20-14. What does Eli do with the ball with less than 6 minutes ago? He flips it up on 3rd and long to nobody in particular.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, he thought Cruz was running the wheel.
That's what I mean by the inconsistency of these younger receivers.
The Jets get the ball back. Sanchez right around midfield after a good punt return. Sanchez on 3rd and 10. Sacked by Dave
You got to get rid of
Tollefson.
that ball.
Back today.
You got to get rid of that ball.
Sanchez shaken up. Jets punt it back. Need to rely on the defense. And here comes
When you get
Ware running downhill. 17 yards.
Let them run downhill.
Wait a minute.
Aaron Maben shoves him out of bounds.
Is Coughlin all right?
Into Tom Coughlin.
He's hurting.
Them old hips ain't what they used to be.
Oh, my gosh.
He did it almost
Just
in
when
the
you thought it
split.
could be another Sean Payton situation, Coughlin shakes it off.
Oh, he's hurt.
He shakes it off.
That hurt.
Give him Mr.
3
Needle.
plays later, 3rd and 6, Ware stopped again. Jets get the Giants forced to punt. Sanchez is warming up. His last chance. 2.5 minutes to go. Sanchez and the Jets pinned on their own 8. Here comes Chris Canty.
Oh, boy.
Sanchez
Got to get rid of that ball.
gets rid of it, but unfortunately, to Brickashaw Ferguson, that's not allowable,
eligible
to say the
receiver.
least. That's a safety. The Giants now take a 6-point lead. Next Giants possession, Ahmad Bradshaw sticks the fork in the Jets as the Giants win the big battle of New York City. Going away, 29-14. The G-men have a chance to win the East next week.
That's good music, isn't it? 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house many creatures were stirring because it's time for NFL prime time. Are we really back doing this,
We're
Chris
back,
Berman?
bro.
Tom Jackson, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Tom.
Christmas, Bo.
25 years we've been at it. 19 years we did this every Sunday night. It was great. We've had more football. We've had a lot of, and we got an hour Christmas Eve, long before Santa comes down the chimneys, to give you a little bit of fun, a little bit of football, and maybe a little analysis, and maybe a little look ahead and a look behind. How about that? Does that sound good?
It sounds great.
Let's unwrap the present, shall we? One thing that needed to be unwrapped was one of the most vaunted divisions every year, the NFC East. Do you know that since the merger and they went this way, 1970, every year at least one, if not 2 or 3 teams, had double-digit wins, but it's possible, unless Dallas won out, that no one in the great, if you will, NFC East would have double-digit wins. Dallas was at home against Philadelphia. That's a later game. We'll see what would happen, if it would mean much to Dallas or anything at all to Philly, hoping against hope that the Jets would beat the Giants. Jets-Giants. Start spreading the news. New York, New York. Here we go. It was the Jets' home game, but of course, Rex Ryan, Tom Coughlin, fans of both teams. Plexico Burress played for both teams, one of the captains for the coin toss. And from your own one on 3rd and 10, Eli Manning to Victor Cruz, and you can hear the crowd. Cruz. He could go all the way. The punt was down on the 1. They held him on 2 plays, and then they give up 99 yards.
Boom, critical missed tackle. Antonio Cromartie right there around the 20-yard line. Lets him break by, score, Giants.
10-7, G-Man. Third quarter. This was so not give the defenses for a while playing better. Manning, Cruz, 36-yard completion. Passing, well-dressed Amani Toomer, most receiving yards, single-season Giants, 600-yard games times. Del Schaffner, the receiver for Y.A. Tittle. Ahmad Bradshaw crushes Rodney Poole, who had to go into the pool.
Yeah, supposed to be more of the speed guy. He's the guy crushing guys inside, the little man standing tall.
17-7, now 20-7, the Giants. Fourth quarter, Mark Sanchez just threw a lot. I mean, a lot. Mark Sanchez to Plexico burst. It's a touchdown. And now the silliness, not silliness, the craziness ensues. Offensive pass interference, Plexico.
Yeah, and anytime the official sees that arm extended, that's a pretty easy call for him, even though Plexico a little surprised.
The rookie Prince of Malcolm to like it, so he pushed off there. He did like it. Sanchez under pressure. Jason Pierre-Paul forces the fumble, and Justin Tuck is on it for the Giants the next play. What a turn of events. However, not named for Justin Tuck, but they looked at it's the Tuck rule.
Well, yeah, they said an incomplete pass. I've seen the Tuck rule a couple of times.
Well, the Tuck rule not for Justin. So now the Jets get ball. 4th and 2. Sanchez to Jeremy Curley. It's a 10-yard completion, and then they're going to go in except for one problem. They never complete the snap between Nick Mangold and Are you kidding me? Giants ball.
And you can see that Nick Mangold never got the snap up to Mark Sanchez. That's on the center.
So now, more craziness. Doink into the hands of David Harris, off the hands of Hakeem Nicks. Darrelle Revis said the big. Eli was 9 of 27, but he had a record-tying 99-yard completion. Sanchez hit by Linval Joseph. It's a fumble. The ruling on the field, a fumble, but again, they said hand moving forward. Jets win a challenge. This is nuts.
Yeah, and you can see right here at the end, Sanchez's hand does start to move forward a little bit. So you challenge and you get it right.
All right, now 7.5 to go. They roll right now. Can he get in for the touchdown? What? He's in. It's 20-14. Maybe we have a game. 3rd and 3, 3.5 to go. So we get to do on primetime. Show you these plays. DJ Ware essentially cinched it. Gain of 17 yards, but it's into the leg of his coach, Tom Coughlin.
Yeah, Tom took quite a blow there. You can see he's in pain. Take another look at it right there. That just doesn't get a chance to move that leg out of the way and start to hobble right now.
Well, he said he was okay after the game, and we hope that's true because you don't need this on Christmas or after a potentially huge win over the Jets. Mark Sanchez, and we're going to call this 2 safeties. A safety. B, it was intentional grounding in the end zone. But they only call it 1, 22-14. And now, Tom, you never see this. The onside punt, or free kick, if you will. It's a pretty good one from Nick Folk, but the Giants get it. And now, of course, you're punting from, your own 20, so what's going to happen? Yeah. You tell me. With an 8-point lead? No, it's more than that. God! The G-Men go on to beat the Jets of Rex Ryan as Ahmad Bradshaw scores a touchdown, 29-14. The Giants beat the Jets. They've won 5 in a row regular season, dating back a while, against the Jets. Jets now need help. Giants continue to control their own destiny, although they're a team that's 2-5 in their last 7, whatever it is. And after the game, there was a lot of talking going into the game, and it's New York. I can only imagine what was after.
I don't want to be the second best team in this city. No chance. And I'm not signing up for that. I'll go play him again. Be more than happy to go play him right now. But we're going to have to wait 4 years. I'd like to play him again this year. But, we'll see. It's a good football team. But I'm never going to concede anything. I will concede that they're better today, no question about it. No question about it.
Rex Ryan is a very disrespectful bastard, and and that's just the way he do things. And I'm glad we came out here and gave it to him. I wish I could have got a chance to go over there on that sideline, but I never had a chance to get over there. But that's just how he do things. He's disrespectful, and I understand why him and Coach Gilbert and his pops got into it a long time ago because they all talk too much.
We had a private conversation. That's all I'll leave it as. So whatever. I mean, he doesn't like me. I respect him, but, I could care less about him.
They got a big mouth coach, a big mouth and a big belly coach that talks too much, and now he finally shut up.
Well, Sal Palatino, good job. Brandon Jacobs running north-south there. A lot of talk this week, and it didn't end, and it's work. I'll let you start, Tom. It's worked for Rex and the Jets taking pressure off his team. I'm not making apologies, but it continued and it continued. And then it didn't work. Now you die by the sword.
Well, Boom, I think it may take some pressure off of his team, but I think it antagonizes his opponent, and I think it serves to get the best out of them. The New York Giants went out on a mission to beat the Jets, and it had a lot to do with what Rex Ryan said. And I think the other thing he does, he puts extra pressure on the quarterback position in Mark Sanchez. If you watch Mark play, he is uncomfortable even in the short passing game. When you watch him play ball, the check downs, the little circle routes, the crosses, everything a little bit mistimed, not stepping into the throws and throwing with the right velocity. Sometimes he'll throw balls, try to take a lot off of it as he does there. Ball almost gets picked, throwing off of his back foot. I think that if you look at the last 3 years of play that Mark Sanchez has been in this league, he has regressed as a quarterback, and that could be critical for the New York Jets as they go forward.
Well, the coaching came up small. The quarterback play came up. So, look, the Giants were not great by any means. You saw Eli's number. Sanchez 30 of 59?
59, and
59?
including the 5 sacks, they backed him up to throw 64 times.
Now, let me just say this on Tom Coughlin, whose team has not exactly been lit with fire down the stretch, but then again, they beat the Patriots. They lost to the tough team. With all the talking that continued from the Jets, and there was some from both players also, Tom used one word. There were a couple of sentences, but they asked him if the talking he thought would rile up his locker room. And he said, perhaps. Rather than this, you get this. Talk is cheap, let's play the game. So the Giants live on to control their destiny, and the Jets do not.
Jets could get in the playoffs. They needed a victory against the Dolphins and then some help. Jason Taylor retiring after 15 seasons.
Good man.
139.5 career sacks, 6 all-time. Mark Sanchez on the play action. He finds Dustin Keller. Jets on top, 7-3.
He pressed the corner and coverage came up to stop the run. Find Keller in the end zone.
Second quarter, 10-3, 16 seconds left in the half. Sanchez looking for LaDainian Tomlinson, picked off by Randy Starks.
Yeah. Pressure cannot cause you to make those type of mistakes.
Led to a 58-yard Dan Carpenter field goal. Rex Ryan on fire. Jets lead at half, 10-6. Third quarter, Tomlinson picks up 4 yards here. He passes Jerome Bennett, 5th all-time in career rushing yards with 13,665.
Wow. 21 reasons.
How about the mano-a-mano matchup here between Brandon Marshall and Darrelle Revis? Mike, we were just talking about
Just talking about a guy that's reading players and learning and knows how to send people towards his help.
These two battled all day long. Marshall maybe getting away with a little push-off right there. Picks up 19 yards. He had 5 catches for 50 yards.
Yeah, that's a pretty good day's work against that. He's a Pro Bowler as well now.
Yes, sir.
After Matt Moore and Marshall moved down to Miami.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
How about Moore rolling to his left? 2 guys come clean, should have made the sack. Matt Moore escapes. 21 plays in that drive.
Hits Charles Clay, 21 plays, 94 yards. A 21-play drive, longest of the season.
Don't do it.
Sanchez with Taylor.
Big man with ball.
Randy Starks. Randy Starks. 2 interceptions on the day.
They are laughing at him right now, wherever he is.
Little things like this.
You can't make that throw, though, in that situation, right?
Issues like that, when they come up, it makes it look worse than it is. You can't make that play.
Next Jets possession, 3rd and 9. Sanchez looking for Jeremy Curley, incomplete. There's a flag on the play, though, as Sanchez gets hit in the head by Yermine Bell.
Man, take off the skirt of these quarterbacks.
You know, helmet to helmet. They're going to get the flag every time, Brian.
He has on a helmet for a reason.
3rd and 5.
If you hit it, it's a penalty.
Looking for Sean Green. Threw it behind him. Marvin Mitchell there with the pick. Mark Sanchez has 63 total turnovers since he's come to the league in 2009. Second to only Eli Manning. Responsible for 9 turnovers in the last 3 games.
I feel your pain, Rex. Great tackle by Sanchez.
Santonio Holmes now, this is after that pick. This is during the drive, during the 2-minute warning. Dustin Keller's got to calm him down here. Holmes went to a game without getting a catch, and he was benched. Reportedly, Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, pulled him out. So here's Patrick Turner with the 10-yard touchdown with 1:24 remaining. Jets down 19-17.
8-8 right there coming up. He put his big body right in front of the defensive back, gave it to Sanchez. Sanchez made a play.
Jets going for an onside kick, but Nick Folk
need a better kick.
Didn't really get it up in the air there, and Brandon Marshall on the recovery. Jets eliminated from the playoffs for the first time in Rex Ryan's era.
There will be no Jets run to the AFC Championship game for a 3rd straight year because they couldn't beat the Miami Dolphins. Mark Sanchez and company had to do that to get back into the postseason and have a lot of other things go their way. Some of them actually did, but they couldn't handle their own business. Randy Starks apparently was Mark Sanchez's favorite target on this day, defensive lineman. That's an interception. That led to a field goal. And then this one's just ridiculous. Jason Taylor all over him, and the ball just on the back of the offensive lineman. And darn the 30-yard line.
Well, nobody coached Sanchez up on Starks Island.
Yeah, that's
true. You just don't throw a Starks.
Well, he has to play Wilfork Continent, which is Vince Wilfork, so he should know. That's all we're saying. Later in the 4th quarter, 3rd and 5 at the Miami 10. This is a throw you got to make, Tim, and Mark doesn't hit it.
Listen, and just he looks so gun-shy in the pocket. Just so unsure. Ball behind the running back on the check down. Not his finest hour in this football game.
55-yard return for number 50, Marvin Mitchell. Rex Ryan, a spot cross, a tad miffed, a bit irked about what just happened.
And also some bad work.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Then there was the drama of Santonio Holmes, which led to Rex Ryan, by the way, saying on Monday, we're never going to have captains again. Because captaincy is the problem, not Santonio barking at somebody else. Exactly. Jets lose 19-7.